Hey, Anissa, so talk to us. What's one piece of advice you can give us this Monday morning?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, thank you for having me. So one thing that a lot of people are not aware of are the power of Instagram ads. This is something that I have been using for quite some time. I do have a marketing agency that focuses on social media, but what's really powerful about Instagram ads is that it's almost like when Facebook just got started and nobody knew about Facebook ads. Like it's literally happening right now. And many of you, early days of Michael's podcast, you heard me speaking about social media and Facebook. This is better than when I was teaching Facebook, guys. The results are insane. What you're able to do if you have videos that you're putting up, so these are going to be reels where people can go and see that you're an expert or what makes your practice different, or maybe it's going to be a video testimonial, but putting a little bit of ad spend on it. So going in and boosting that video. And again, it's just going in, following the prompts. But once you're doing that, a couple things happen. You're able to have thousands and thousands of views. For example, in our agency, Digital Floss, we had a client who was not an extrovert, very quiet, very humble, very kind, very shy almost-ish. And being able to have those videos highlight the sweetness of this particular doctor and how they were there to really serve the community and the things that they were working on in terms of Invisalign and those things. So anyway, you put the Instagram ads in and you can literally spend about $5 a day. And with that, over a month, we were able to get about 30,000 views on her video of people that were 5 miles from her practice. Now, this is huge, but it doesn't stop there. The other powerful thing is that when you're running Instagram ads, you have the ability within the ad itself to be able to drive visibility or traffic, if you will, to somewhere else, whether it's going to be your website, whether it's going to be your online booking link. My favorite is actually a digital marketing funnel. So imagine now having a quiz where people can see if they are a candidate for clear aligners, or they are a candidate for dental implants, or if they qualify or pre-qualify for financing, right? Now, all of that traffic can go to that website where you are able to also collect email addresses. If you have the right internal processes or a team or agency and process to be able to call those leads, to get them pre-qualified, to get them booked, the sky is the limit. But again, being able to spend that amount of money, $1 or less per click to your website, is huge. So again, imagine spending like $5 a day or even committing to, $100 budget. Being able to get 100 people to click to your website and being able to get 20, 30, 50,000 views is huge. So that's the biggest thing that no one is talking about. There are definitely some people that are talking about Instagram out there that are teaching Instagram. If you go and look at their individual Instagram pages, though, there's typically, you'll see 300 views on their videos or 1,000 views on their videos, right? Maybe that allows me to really understand that that's not being done. It's all about getting people in your local market to see it, compiling that with what Michael teaches, right? With all the ground marketing, it's really powerful. Google's great, but what can we do on the organic side so that people in our own neighborhoods and our own communities are talking about us? And so going into Instagram ads, compiling with that ground marketing, guys, is like game changer.
So if we rewind a little bit, how can the community see that they're an expert? For example, in the videos that they boost, how do we know a post is boost worthy, or we're looking at it and we're like, that wasn't the best post?
Yeah, so definitely there's some strategy behind it. I've seen lots of things, again, just evaluating, but what works really well is utilizing the 3 opportunities at the top of your reels or your actual post to be able to pen, okay? And so what I recommend, whether it's either a photo post or a video, is that the first real estate, the first post that you have pinned on the left is going to be what makes your practice different. So what makes Glee Dental different? Why are our patients choosing us? The middle one should be your circle of focus. So if that quarter you want to focus on clear aligners, or you want to focus on all-on-4, what do you want to be known for? Whatever that is, that video needs to be in the middle. And the one all the way to the right is going to be a patient testimonial. So now within one quick glance, they're able to see that you're the expert, why people are choosing you, or what sets you apart. And at the same time, have an actual patient validating or vouching for your practice. I actually recommend to just have an ongoing budget of $5 a day. And those will ultimately, with that strategy, will wind up having, before you know it, 100,000 views, 200,000 views. And again, being very strategic and putting in the address of your practice location. And that allows you to, again, be able to target people that are 5 miles from your practice. And then if you have an ongoing content strategy, which I 100% recommend, and you've got a video that's coming out every week or multiple videos, at least one of those videos every week, putting that $5 on. And so if you've got that ongoing budget, in addition to, again, once a week, putting a $5 on. And for those, I typically say, let's just do $5 for 7 days. And then next week, we choose another video and we do it $5 for 7 days. And that way you can stay within budget. I know there are different people that are listening to this podcast, a lot of young practices and a lot of startups I know really listen to this as a huge resource. And so as you're trying to really modify or really stay within budget or like really try to juggle a lot of things, that strategy works really well. You know, the 3 at the top or every day, and then once a week, choosing one and then pushing it out for 7 days, and then it'll auto expire. And then you just keep boosting the next one. So there's lots of strategies. And again, you can incorporate this in with funnels and call centers and all of the things. But this is something that people can definitely start utilizing when they can see some immediate results.
Nice. Okay. And so I know you also mentioned there's a lot of views that start coming in, right, when we do this. So out of the views that happen, how many are like cheeks and seats? How many patients actually come in?
Yeah. So there's 2 things that happen here. Okay. So number one is we're building a community of ambassadors that ultimately you will not be able to turn off. So one of the things that I did for my practice, if you remember, Michael, was like, how did I get the 50,000 people following me? Like when my community started marketing for me, here I am now 10 years out, 15 years out. I've got 3 associates and we don't have to do the Google ads and all of the things. We just brought the practice in to do the social now because it's really cool, all the things that are happening. But the reality is we don't have to, because our entire community now sees that we're an expert. And so if you commit to this strategy, even for a year, it will pay you forever. Imagine now everybody's talking about you. So it's not a short time, oh, I need to have 5 patients tomorrow. More powerful strategy than that. And so that's the one thing that happens. The second thing that happens when we attach it to a funnel is that now we're able to have the ability to collect email addresses, to collect phone numbers, and now we can contact those leads immediately. The third thing that happens is that we have the ability, once people are going to your funnel, to actually have a tracking pixel there. And so if you're looking at doing Facebook ads, again, if you're using an agency for that or you're doing it yourself, now you have the ability for those Facebook ads to now be seen to people first who have visited through either people watching your videos or going to the landing page. And so you're going to have higher conversions as well.
Interesting. I like that. Building a community of ambassadors, you have a marketing engine from that point on. So then I know you mentioned the landing page that we can send them to. What should the quiz look like, or how do we do this?
Yeah, absolutely. So once they are going to the landing page, it's typically a page that has information about the service. So for example, they're coming from an Instagram video or even a post. They go to a page and it'll say, maybe it's going to be about pediatric dentistry. Is your child at risk for cavities? Take this quiz to find out. Or are you a candidate for dental implants? And so they go ahead and put in their information. There could be information about the doctor. There could be some Google reviews on there. And again, that's one way to be able to build it. But again, the power there is to be able to get the results. Now they put in their phone number, they put in their email. And the beauty of that is that now you have those email addresses. We have a doctor within Digital Floss where we're doing this with their Instagram, also doing this with Facebook ads. And they now have an Invisalign day that's actually happening next week. And so what we're able to do for them is we're able to build out an email campaign to people who have previously gone in and taken the quiz. Some of them have become patients, some have not, but giving them that opportunity to come in and participate in this clear aligner day. Some of you guys know Ashley Hoves, who has her startup Facebook group. This was literally the funnel that I built for her prior to opening, but it was a startup funnel. And what we were giving away was a chance to win $1,000 gift card or free teeth whitening for life. And so this could actually be put out before you even open up your appointment book. And now the beauty and benefit of that is that you have those emails so that when you're ready to actually start taking patients, which is what she did, she's able to email them and say, okay, we're now making appointments, or maybe even in that funnel, having the ability for them to be able to get an online booking link and start pre-booking appointments if you don't have a back-end team or agency to be able to help you. And so definitely not just creating awareness, but creating that engine where you have the multiple touch points is going to be really powerful.
Gotcha. Okay. And then one of the last questions, let's just say our budget is like, oof, to the itty bitty, right? I know some people say like Instagram is a different type of audience than Facebook, and then Google Ads is like an overall kind of thing. What would you recommend? Would you just stick with Instagram?
Somebody has a very little budget. I love to do Google Ads and Facebook ads and funnels, and I just need to start with something. What I would say is just pick up your phone, guys. Pick up your phone and figure out how to do stories, right? It's not hard. You've just followed the prompts, because the power of stories is that you're getting into people's feeds. You can download the story. You can use it as a reel. And then when it's in stories, you can put captions on there. You don't have to have an external software to do that. Now that can be a reel, and you can literally boost these videos yourself. And again, small budget, huge impact. Once you get that going, then now it becomes, okay, great, this is going. Now I'm busy, or I don't have time for this, or I don't want to be the person having to remember to do this. And at that point, you could look at bringing in a local photographer or videographer to get videos for you, whether you're going out on Upwork or online jobs, or finding somebody to be able to edit the videos and all of the things. Or again, if you want to have an agency that can do that for you, I own an agency, for example, there are people that can literally fly in, do all of that stuff for you, and you show up and the posts are there. But again, the thing is, just don't not do it because you think that you need to have an agency or a big budget or all of those things. Like my first website for my dental practice, guys, I built it myself on Squarespace. Same thing for my coaching program. Like I built it myself, right? And then now it gave me some insight. And when I realized, it's not as good as somebody else will do it, or I just put a little bit more money and then I had somebody to help me with it. And that's really the premium where you're going to get to that point. But the point is like, do something, don't not do anything, right?
I love that. Yeah. And then real quick, digital floss. Talk to me about that.
So I'm pretty excited about digital floss. Many people knew me from teaching Facebook and teaching funnels. I've worked with Russell Brunson for 7 years one-on-one. He spoke about my Invisalign funnel in his book, Expert Secrets. And so after so many years, about a year ago, I was with Russell and I was like, I'm finally going to go ahead and say yes. I actually co-founded a marketing agency with my business partner, who is a past dental assistant, also an agency owner, Vimal. We formed an agency that did not exist. And so we literally go out and we film content. You speak with a premium copywriter, my copywriter, who gives you really heart-centered copy. We do the editing, we post for you, we build the funnels, and then now we can retarget with those Facebook ads. We do Google ads, and it's really high touch. Again, clients saying, oh, we've got Invisalign Day. And the very day we're like, okay, here's some flyers that we've designed for you. Go ahead and print these out and put them at your front desk, right? Or we're going to email your leads list. And then being able to have that call center that can get people pre-approved for financing for you and put them right into your schedule. So that's our niche. We are focusing there, but we're really excited about being able to help practices to do social correctly. And it's not about followers. It's about actual patients that will come in and building the community to be that marketing engine for you.
Awesome. That's going to be exciting, Anissa. And I appreciate your time. And if anyone has further questions, you can definitely find her in the Dental Marketer Society Facebook group, or where can they reach out to you directly?
Yeah, absolutely. So Digital Floss is the best way to connect with us. And what's really cool is that we have calls with some people, it's just social. Some people, they're like, I don't want to be on social, but I need help. And so we're able to help them on the Google Ads side. And sometimes, honestly, it's just telling you strategy and saying, you know what, let's start first with you doing it on your own. And do this well, and then reach out to us. We're just there to be a resource. My partner and I are practitioners first in the dental field. And so we're just really here to try to help give you strategy and help get you so that you can build that impact.
Awesome. So all the links are going to be in the show notes below if you want to reach out to Anissa. And Anissa, thank you for being with me on this Monday morning episode.
Thank you so much for having me.